This is the end of Xbox. There are rumors everywhere saying that Xbox is gonna become a third-party developer, meaning that it will start publishing its games on other platforms like PlayStation or Nintendo. The console wars are stupid, and if this were to happen, the industry would change
forever.
And it would have a more lasting and permanent impact than any squabble between plastic boxes. I believe it's important to clarify that I think doing this would be a mistake. It devalues the Xbox brand and betrays the trust of the millions of people who bought an Xbox console to play its exclusives. But I also think that maybe doing this is the right move. Microsoft is very good at making money, no doubt about it. But it seems that Microsoft thinks it doesn't necessarily need Xbox to make the most money. Definitely not Xbox consoles. And mind you, I don't think Microsoft is considering leaving the gaming industry. I mean, everyone is trying to get in. No one is really trying to get out. Just ask Amazon or Google. Perhaps Microsoft thinks it can make more money by publishing their games in other platforms than by keeping its exclusives. Perhaps Microsoft doesn't need a gaming console. After all, we've been hearing for several generations that there won't be a new generation of consoles. Maybe Microsoft believes that now, that the era of consoles is over. The only reason I can think of for Microsoft to become a third party is that they think they can somehow fund Game Pass with the sales of their games on other platforms. I mean that the game would be free on Game Pass and $70 elsewhere. Maybe it will have a period of exclusivity in the Xbox ecosystem, who knows. The point is, I can't think of any other reason why they would do this. But Xbox leaving the console market has a big consequence. When Xbox was trying to buy Activision Blizzard, it was said over and over again, monopolies are not good for anyone. Well, the same thing happens if Xbox disappears. Nobody wants a Sony console monopoly, and I know Nintendo fans will tell me that Nintendo also makes consoles. But let's be realistic. There are two companies competing to have the most powerful console on the market. And neither of them is Nintendo. Leaving Sony as the only competitor in the market with a new generation console, I don't think that's a good thing. And I love my PlayStation games, but it's competition that has brought us to where we are now. If Xbox didn't exist, we'd probably still be on the PlayStation 3 era. And no, I don't think that if Xbox becomes third-party, PlayStation console prices will go up, or that games will cost now $100, and it won't give us pimples in our buttocks. Even if there's no other high-end home console competing with them, they still have to sell consoles and games, and raising prices won't help with that. But what would definitely happen is that innovation would slow down. Without competition, there's no motive or reason to offer more and better products and services. And that might be the silver bullet that kills PlayStation. It could become a company stuck in its ways, so arrogant and self-serving that it doesn't even realize when someone else comes for its head. Of course, not everything is bad in this scenario. If Xbox becomes a third party, all PlayStation and Nintendo players would potentially have access to the Xbox Studios catalog. That's a good thing. Other companies could enter the market and try to compete head-to-head with Sony's PlayStation, and this doesn't mean Xbox will disappear. It just means it will transform. And although that's scary, maybe it's for the best. Maybe Sony is the one clinging to a declining world about to disappear, and it perishes to its own arrogance. Maybe in the end, the only thing that survives this gaming industry is Xbox. Phil Spencer has already said he'll talk more about this next week, but for now, his silence is deafening. If this is confirmed, witnessing the transformation of Xbox is going to be tough. Let's see what happens, but I would play Senua Saga on PlayStation 5.